Hi, this is Jamiel getting ready to do my final applied assignment for SPE 223 Society, Disability, and Inclusion. Let me tap on this. So, table of contents, we're going to look at my pre-work of exploring people with ADHD, raise awareness on myself and other people. I'm going to look at my prior knowledge, core materials, and my research. My research has to do with people with ADHD. I searched some articles, new learning, and what I want to learn more of in this particular topic. So I chose the topic people with ADHD. I want to be able to identify those people, identify it on myself or my family, and raise awareness within myself and others, so that way we can stop stereotypes and biases. I want to look at what it looks like in an individual's day by day, what a person with ADHD deals with day by day and their struggles. For my interview, I interviewed my best friend Ryan. He deals with ADHD. He tells me that he has difficulty focusing on his job. While living with him, I could see that it was hard for him to focus if he didn't take his Adderall, and that was something new for me to learn while I was living with him. These are the course materials I chose to help with my evidence. I chose Race, Identity, Stereotyping, and Voluntary Oppression by Alavi R. We can stop. I chose it because it talks about stopping having stereotypes on ADHD and actually learning how it affects us. Then we can be more aware of ourselves and be successful. How Ryan knows about his ADHD and knows that he has to take Adderall to be able to be successful at his work. I also research people with invisible disabilities, fight for understanding. I feel that ADHD is something that is an invisible disability. You don't really get to see it. People suffer it, but we don't get to see that suffering. And if we understand this, it can make our lives easier. Research that I did on my own was mindfulness versus psychoeducation in adults with ADHD. I searched this because it furthers my understanding in ADHD, and it gives me insight on what a person with ADHD deals with, since I don't really deal with ADHD, so I can get more understanding because of this research. And then I research on the effects of assisted psychotherapy on executive and motor functioning in young adult females with attention deficiency hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD. I did this one too because since Ryan is a male, I want to know how women deal with ADHD and what's the difference there. And that way I can be more aware that ADHD in women is a little bit different than ADHD in men. My evidence. So this is an interview I did with Ryan. So I asked him these questions to further understand him and what he was dealing with his ADHD. New learnings, study on ADHD. So I learned that within inclusion, the more people stay aware of ADHD, the better will be to start seeing it as a normal thing and help with each other accept it and go through it together, basically. According to the research on mindfulness and psychoeducation, which I showed you earlier, the more aware we are, we can reduce symptoms of ADHD, and that's what that research talks about. Equity, to be more inclusive, it will be easier if the more we know about ADHD, the more inclusive we can be. The research learning about invisible disabilities, with that research I was made aware of the pain people go through quietly And me being aware of that helps me understand people that are going through ADHD and help them include them and treat them the same. And then axis, I learned a lot of people with ADHD and the barriers they have because of ADHD. They don't have that much access as people without ADHD have. And I learned a lot about this interviewing Brian. And I can connect these barriers with lessons 2 and lessons 3. And then what else I want to learn? I want to learn more about the difference in ADHD between men and women. I want to talk about it with my family and ask my peers. I can also do research about the subject to more understand what I want to learn. And then my question for my peers, what is the impact ADHD has on the brain between a man and a woman? And why did you think that is? And then that's everything I have. Thank you.